it happened again with the settings in here. What does that mean? That means that it made me go vertical again. Even though it lets you set for horizontal, it tells you if you want to see most of the scene, go horizontal. So I did. What happened? It refused to let me. So let's share with some people that were live here, and we got some Severin stuff to talk about because tonight's is kind of interesting. I wanted to make a video tonight. I wanted to talk to you guys tonight. There's times when you just want to be around your crowd, your gang, your friends, and tonight was one of those nights. See, I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. I really had no idea what I wanted to talk about. And then Severin made the announcement. I knew exactly what we need to talk about. What exactly what I want to talk about with the announcement. Some other stuff I wanted to chat about. And why I'm here. So as always, I apologize that I am stuck here in vertical mode because not how I wanted it to be. But that being said, let's talk about the big Severin announcement because this is exciting. Hi there, my name's Aaron. This is Call to Cinema. I'm doing this for 12 years now, going on 13. And I talk about movies, about films, about collecting, curating in general. Hopefully, you've enjoyed joining me on this journey so far because we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. And tonight, we will be talking Severin. Because Severin put out the announcement we've been waiting for a while. So since I'm doing this on my phone and not on my, and let me know that it sounds okay for this, okay? So that you guys can hear me okay, that everything's fine. Severin announced opera. Now, Argento has made 2 films with an opera motif. There is the opera film with Julian Sands and Asia Argento, and that one came out by Scorpion. Hey there, late night. I love your name, by the way. They got a Blu-ray release. Hey, Sammy, welcome, man. And hopefully it'll get another release coming up, on 4K. But for the longest time, opera is considered the classic film that, one of the last true classics that Argento ever did. Some consider it the last true classic. Here's the artwork. It is gorgeous. I've got a big history with this film. There was a site that would put out releases in the, hey, Alan, welcome, man. They'll put out, called Video Search Miami. And they'll put out stuff that I put on my other glasses. I got a bit of a headache tonight, guys. Or maybe no glasses at all. So my only version of opera that I have in my collection is this one right here. And it comes from Arrow Video. And it comes from Arrow Video in their early days. Opera or Terror at the Opera. So the very first time I bought this, though, I bought this on VHS from Video Search Miami. So when I started collecting Arrow Video, this was one of the first things I collected. This cover here is actually a pretty amazing representation of what this film is. There's a sequence in this film where the killer ties up the one that they're terrorizing, and they put needles, they tape needles under their eyes, and forces them to watch as they kill somebody. She can't close her eyes. She can't even blink, because if she does, the needles will shred her eyelids. And in a way, yeah, Tenebrae is my favorite Argento, actually. Nightmare City. Actually, that's a cool way to see it. That's a unique double feature, though. In a way, it's kind of Argento just like talking to us as kind of what he does, how he makes, how he like says, okay, these you watch these movies, and I'm the director, and I kind of put these visions in front of your eyes, but you can close your eyes, but this one you can't. So this was the initial release that came out. It came with a booklet and a poster. I don't have the poster right here, but I do have the booklet. It's a really good film. It's the last film, I think, for the longest time that he worked with Darren Nickelodeon. See, by this point, so Dario Argento and Darren Nickelodeon were a couple. They worked together a lot, but around the time that Suspiria, I thought I heard something. Right around the time, sometimes outdoor cats kind of come inside and they'll get into a fight. So if that happens, then I may have to go for a second to break it up, because if I don't and they get noisy, then there's people that'll, you know, do nasty things to cats, unfortunately. So we're going to make sure that doesn't happen. Anyway, thankfully that's not the case tonight. One of the neat things is that, now where was I? Okay, so Darren Nickelodeon and Dario Argento were a couple. They worked together much in the way that John Carpenter and Deborah Hill did. Now, when Suspiria was made, Dario Nickelodeon worked on that a lot. But Dario Argento took a lot of the credit for it. Actually, I'm still in Morocco. Actually, next week, Sammy, I'll be in Marbella and Malaga, and hopefully I'll be shooting some footage while I'm there, and I'll look for some cool titles. See if I can find a couple cool releases from Spain while I'm traveling there. I plan to hopefully. Have you been there? That's fantastic. Any recommendations? Do you know any video stores there? Because I think I got to go to Malaga to actually get to a video store. I'm going to check out Fnac, and there's a few like used places I want to check out as well, like CX and places like that. But oh yeah, so basically they started after Suspiria, Darren Nickelodeon's and Dario Argento's relationship started to kind of hit the skids. It got worse and worse, and when it did, what happened was you'd see Argento use their Nickelodeon films and kill her, or just put her through the ringer in more drastic ways. So he was getting out his frustration with the relationship on camera. The best representation of that is this movie right here, Opera. There's a sequence of this that I won't give away for you, but it is a magnificent kill sequence done by Sergio Stipoletti, the Tom Savini of Italy, that has this beautiful scene shot with an eye hole. That's all I'll say. But I will say that Opera is a film that I'm going to recommend to you guys. This here release was pretty not loaded. See, this one right here had just a photo gallery, a Demonia music video. Hey, George, welcome, man. I know, that sucks. Next time, George, next time. And it had like a, do you have this one? George probably has this. It has a trailer compilation of 18 of Argento's films. So it was kind of cool to get that. And I've never upgraded from this. So I do want to get the 4K, even if I can't get it right away. I'm probably gonna have to go to Metaluna for that. I don't remember Nickelodeon that well, actually. I know I've seen it, but I don't remember that well. Now, for what's going to be on this new Opera release, it's loaded, guys. It is loaded with features. And I am going to read them to you before we go on to do some other stuff. Um, all right, so the North American UHD premiere 5-disc collection, so there's 5 discs, includes 2 restored versions of the film, 10 hours of special features, and a soundtrack CD. And I love myself some soundtrack CDs. Disc 1, you get the UHD, a director's, and the US cut of the film. There are some big differences in those. Uh, when I go through, I'm gonna do like a live stream, like on like the Severin sale. When I do that, I'll go through all those. It has audio commentary with actress Christina and Angel Sala. I had a programming at this at the Sitges. I'm not gonna totally, but at the film festival. There's a second audio commentary with Nathaniel Thompson and Troy Howarth. There's a third audio commentary with Alan Jones and Kim Newman. An opera trailer and Terror at the Opera trailer, because Terror at the Opera was the North American title of this release. On the second disc, we get the Blu-ray, which has the director's cut and US cut in a 2:3:5 aspect ratio. Again, it has all the commentaries as well, but it includes The Eyes and the Needles, interview with co-writer, director, producer Dario Argento. It has Areas of Death, interview with screenwriter Franco Ferrini, and Eyes of the Opera, interview with actress Christina Marcellech? Christina, we're going to say that. And a Tear at the Opera trailer. The third disc will have the director's cut of the film in a 1:8:5 aspect ratio, so it's going to be in a different aspect ratio. Along with that, they'll have the 3 audio commentaries there as well. We'll have Don't Close Your Eyes, interview with film historian Fabrizio Spurio, The Opera and Mr. Jones, interview with Alan Jones, author of Profondo Argento, and Terror at the Opera Q&A with Dario Argento, Franco Ferrini, and Lamberto Bava at Cinema Farnese in 2006. I love Video Search Family. I'm glad, Sam. Yeah, I kind of knew that you'd know Video Search Family because we like some of the more unique titles, right? Disc 4 is all special features. It is Opera Runs in the Blood, interview with the actress Coralina. We got To Catch a Killer, interview with actor Urbano. In Any Language, interview with actress Antonella. The Perfect Death, interview with the late Daria Nicolodi. Great death, by the way. We got Blood Red Piano, it's an interview with composer Claudio Simonetti, who does an amazing score on this one, by the way. Eyes Behind the Camera, interview with camera operator Antonio Scaramuzza. Flight of the Crow, again, another beautiful sequence. Interview with SFX artist Sergio Stavletti. We have Blood and Latex, interview with makeup artist Franco Casni. The Gliding Camera, interview with Steadicam operator Nicola Procoroni. These are great, actually, interviews, because it's very much an amazing technical masterpiece, opera is, the way that this is done. I think of opera in the same way that I look at films like Black Christmas and Halloween, in the way that and Suspiria, in the way that it masterfully handles the camera and the work. It's probably one of Argento's greats. We have 800 Suns, interview with the press agent. We have Preserving Opera, interview with the 4K color correction supervisor as well. We got Opera Backstage, behind the scenes video created from archival footage. The 5th disc will be the soundtrack CD, which should be fantastic because it's Claudio Simonetti and he does amazing work. There's going to be an exclusive booklet by Claire Donner of the Miskatonic Institute of Horror Studies. Runtimes for these films, by the way, 107 minutes for the director's cut, 96 minutes for the US cut. So there's a big difference. Well, that's what's happening. A lot of stuff's going to movie on demand. So that's always going to be kind of the thing there. The UHD is, of course, region free. Now, the Blu-rays of the film are region A. So important to know that. The 4th disc with the Alpha special features are region free. So if you wanted to get this, UHD, like George, for instance, who lives over in the UK, well, he lives in Scotland. If you had a 4K player, which he does, then you'll be set. The only thing that you're probably going to miss out on is the 1:8:5 aspect ratio for the director's cut of the film. You'll need like a you'll need a region-free player for that specific disc. But everything else, though, wait, yeah. So wait a second. No, let's find out. No, disc four. So disc four, which has but the special feature disc itself, disc four, that is region free. So it started, guys. We have the very first picture. I love that Severin does this. That they have the genius to do this. So I wanted to like talk about some of my personal favorite releases because I won't be here soon. Next week I'm going to like Tuesday we fly out to we fly out to Malaga, and we kind of just keep things. We're gonna keep things light. Not gonna buy much this time around. We're gonna kind of keep things kind of quiet, I guess. But I want to talk about some of my favorite releases and a couple of my favorite Argento titles. I always show off Tenebrae, so I'm not going to show Tenebrae today. If you don't know, Tenebrae is my personalized. Thank you so much, George. I appreciate that. Look forward to seeing where Malcolm's going. Me too, actually. If I'm going to Canada in March, and George has been very generous. I have to get something when I go to Canada for George. So remind me, man, because I should do that. Hey there, Danuch. Welcome. It's been a while. And here's the big thing. Here's the important thing for you guys to know when it comes to this stuff. That so on here a lot, and I don't. Only reason I don't have them on here tonight is one, I did it late at night, and two, I still got to figure out the audio issues. So mine and Malcolm's next stream is probably going to be on StreamYard. But for this one here, I'm actually doing like a YouTube live video. So I'm okay to talk about hopefully George. So Malcolm's getting George his very first Vinegar Syndrome release, and I'm kind of excited to see what he gets you, George, because that'll be. I got a few Alpha Blue here. I don't know if I got a lot of them now. I used to have one. I got one or two of them here still. Because it's going to be, you're going to want more, and the closest place for you to get that is Metaluna. So I got to talk to Metaluna because they carry out vinegar to themselves. They're in Paris. I'm not sure what the shipping is like from there though. Anyway, I wanted to tell you guys a couple special like releases that I like, and I wanted to spotlight a company as well. But first, here's a couple of my favorite Argento ones to watch while you're waiting for Opera to come out. And always Tenebrae. It's always going to be Tenebrae, right? But I picked one of the classic old ones, which everybody, if you don't know Argento and it's your first time, you're going to want to watch this. If you do know Argento and you've been there for a long, you've watched this movie many times. And that is Deep Red, the classic penultimate giallo film. For many people here, this is what you think of when if anybody says the word giallo. Monkey Man's on Peacock. I enjoyed it, so I'd say yeah. I'd say it's definitely worth a watch. It's one I'll buy. Like they'd like to, Brandon, give you like the good idea. It's probably one I'm gonna buy. But Deep Red here is it's a classic. It's got a wonderful score. It's of course Goblin, and this is not the 4K edition. This is the Blu-ray edition that came out prior to the 4K edition. This one, when this one was announced, it was announced with another release. It was an Arrow announcement that was announced with Phantasm. It is the cool cover. So this one and Phantasm were announced at the same time. Now here's the Cooper's your first Argento. That's a good Argento, actually. This has some wonderful stuff. Oh, one thing to look for. If you are a fan of a movie called Demons, that was done by, was produced by Argento and was directed by Lamberto Bava, the son of Mary Bava. Uh, when you're watching this one here, there's this little girl that's kind of torturing this insect. She's like kind of a creepy little girl. So when you watch the movie Demons, uh, there's a beautiful redhead that is working in the theater, and she's very enigmatic looking. She's very. It's Severin Arrow, all Region B. Severin Arrow is a Region B, but Arrow has does Region A releases now too, and Severin is Region A. But Opera, well, it's a 4K, so the 4K will be of course region free, but the Blu-rays, all except for the special features Blu-ray, will be region locked into a Region A release. So if you live in, so Brandon, if you live in North America, then you're good all the way through. If you don't live in North America and you live in the UK, like George does, or live in, then you're going to want to be grabbing the region-free player for this one. It's a good one. Opera's a really, really good title. But I want to put a newer title too, something to go along with this. I want to see if Danuch and George agree with this one here. Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like this one I'm about to show you. But this one was sent to me by a viewer, and I had a DVD edition of this one. There's a 4K now that I desperately need to get. It's in Paris, and it features an exclusive feature-length documentary with Asia Argento. And that is this one right here. It's Stendhal syndrome. So Stendhal has always been one of my favorite go-tos when it comes to Argento's works. We got Thomas Kirchman on here, who would go on to be in the Dracula 3D. The less we say about that release, the better, although I do like it in a kind of campy sort of way. But this is what I consider to be one of Argento's last truly great directed films. When it comes to like visually, it is a visually stunning film. Steinway Cinema and Opera just have this amazing look and style and breadth and feel and life to them that you, when somebody says the name Argento, you see it there. All right. Yeah, this has always been a favorite, man. And unfortunately, like some of the ones the latter ones that I like Sleepless, which starts out with this beautiful visual style, and it's one of those like set piece on a subway, murder set piece on a subway. We don't have films in Demon. I'd have to rewatch it. I did not know that. No, I own Demon Wind from Vinegar Syndrome, but. This film of upper class woman like in the Steinhaus cinema. Does who? uh, it's not no it's Sleepless stars Max von Sydow, and it's a very personal film to me, much more so now than when I originally saw it. So Sleepless deals with a detective that's retired, and he's got Alzheimer's. So he's trying to solve this case, but he's like fighting with his own memory and his own mind as he's trying to do that. What exactly, does that mean to me? My grandmother, unfortunately, is passed now. I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandmother had to deal with Alzheimer's. So that was when I rewatched Sleepless years later. I put here in Morocco. It hit me differently. Films tend to do that, but I don't want to belabor that right now. Amazing woman. Van Sydow, he truly is a master of the craft, and he did like that character so much, Brandon, that he did want to go back and do like a prequel, and he had talked to Argento about making a prequel to Sleepless, because he really liked that character, and he liked the way that he'd crafted him. Most of you guys know here that I did want to go into acting, and I take the craft of acting very seriously. And Sydow was one of those guys that just was brilliant at it. I apologize. I have to take a sip of my drink so I can actually continue talking. And I want to focus on a couple of my favorite releases tonight, one of which I recommend everybody. So if you live in the UK, then there's a UK edition of this one. Uh, but it's a 4K UHD. So here's the thing. No matter where you go, Bergman's Shame yesterday. Oh, that is a good film. This movie's out somewhere on 4K, right? Arrow put this out on 4K, pretty sure. I've got the Arrow like Steelbook Blu-ray of this one. And I was in Canada. Practical Magic 2, my better half, Alan, is an amazing fan. She's an incredible fan of Practical Magic. She's excited for that. So this is one of my all-time favorite releases. Hey there, Sadie, welcome, man. I didn't see you there. I'm guessing Malcolm's asleep. That is the complete first run of it's a re-release of the Thundercats collection. My better half is amazing. Is the Thundercats like fanatic. We have a lot of like action figures and Funkos and NECAs and stuff like that. I've got my family knows and my friends know I'm a big fan of like Friday 13th and that. So I've got I got a few like NECA Jasons as well. I have I'll show you guys real quickly, if you don't mind me taking a side trip as we go through here. So I used to go to this record store, right? And the record store you could gain points. And it was before I was leaving. And I had all these points because I went to the record store a lot. They had a lot of movies there. You had like all these crate digger sales and stuff like that. So I'd been eyeing a couple of things. And one of the ones was this. So this is the NECA Deluxe Edition for Halloween 2018. For those that know me, they know I'm a massive fan of the new trilogy, unapologetically, all three, Kills and Ends too. But if I was going to get one like NECA figure, Junior, exactly, man, I had to get this one. And this is, I think, my only box NECA that I got now. Except for, no, I got my kids got me Jason from Friday the 13th, the video game. And when I initially had it, I'd open it up and it would play the music from, when you go, if you're old like me, or you just have played the NES game, the Friday the 13th NES game, not the new game, the NES game, then you'd go into like a cabin, and all of a sudden Jason would appear, and this music would play, and you just, you try to get Jason. I haven't on this one. I normally do because I'm not one of those people that keeps things in packages, but it's the last thing I got before I left North Sydney. And I know when I open it, it's opened, and I can't go back. So I'm waiting on it. But yeah, eventually I'll open it. Maybe at Halloween. I will be here for Halloween this year, by the way. And Christmas. So we're going to do Christmas in Morocco this year. So you'll get to see that. What I'll do sometime soon, if you guys want me to, is I do a whole video with so I'll grab my some of my figures and stuff like that. I've got a Redu figure, which I actually found at a flea market once, from the Subspecies movies. I have I've never worked at a video rental place. I wish I did. I was the guy that was always that hung around at the video store that the video rental guys would come to. If that makes sense. Yeah, so I was always chatting with somebody. That's one of the reasons I do this. And one of the things that I love about this is that no matter like how I'm feeling, good, bad, whatever in between. I really enjoy coming here talking to you guys. And for me, this really, it kind of truly is like that replacement to that video store feel that I'd go sometimes if I was feeling iffy. You know, I go take a walk to the video store, look at some stuff, you know, decide on a movie to rent, and through that, I'd usually find my people that like the horror, people like the different stuff, the weird stuff, would be talking about movies. I'd come out, have a movie in my hand, probably something I've seen a dozen times before, um, and just truly have an amazing time. And that's what I strive to do with this. I'm not sure if it always succeeds, but I do strive to make this kind of a video like experience. It is a shame. Now, we'll never get it back to the way that it was before. We'll get, I think that movie collecting and stuff like that, like a lot of it's going to be online, but we'll still have like much the way we have record stores now. I think that video stores are going to be like that. Is we're going to see, and we'll see like the occasional place. The only ones that can truly survive, you'll never get another Blockbuster or Jumbo or video again, like, as in a chain. But ironically, the ones that Blockbuster put out of business, the mom and pops, that's that's the future of any like physical media, like because streaming, you can just go on, and it's not the same. If you ever went to like a video store and you look through there's a difference between like looking through movies, looking at the back of it. I think it maybe will be around for a while actually. Um, and looking at the back, the cases, and looking through different cases, seeing movies that were like put in the wrong section. You know what I mean? And you suddenly find this movie that you didn't know existed. Um, it's really different than like turning on your Netflix or Tubi and trying to like stream through something. And if it doesn't catch your attention right away, you don't even look twice. You had to look twice at a film in a video store, uh, because the cover might interest you. You want to look at the back of it. You want to read the back of it, or there you may see a lot of people picking it up. So you get, or someone may come along, you're talking, you get a recommendation. The, that that's that's what I long for. That's what I hope for. The company I want to focus on tonight, we're talking, and feel free to ask anything. By the way, this is a very kind of free flow stream. Is I wanted to focus on a couple companies, but one in particular that I really enjoy, and I think people should be collecting, and that is a company called Grinders Video. I'm trying kicking, screaming from me too, actually. The dude, I am a physical media guy through and through, and we've got my mother-in-law, a wonderful person by the way, just one of the coolest people I know. So Tria, if you're watching this, you rock. She has set up like this amazing shelving for us at the farm, because we have a condo here in the city, and we have a farm as well, and that's where mom lives, and that's where her sister stays. So we've got this area there, and she's made this study area where I have this like desk, this big desk, and there's a bed, and there's a washroom, and shower, and all this type of stuff. But she said, she went out and surprised me. God, that is. Do you think AI will make decent script? AI can't make decent anything. I don't. I really don't think they will. I'll explain why in a minute too, because I worked a bit with AI, with some like work that I did, like business, like office stuff that I did. Um, to kind of format memos and letters, like first drafts, and then I'd go through and try to read them over. It'd be a mess, and I'd be like, oh, it's not even worth it. Sometimes it can be okay to like just get that like stated format there, but if you've ever tried to like use AI to do anything, like to do a logo, do a picture, write anything up, it's a mess. Grinders Video George was started by Sage Stallone, the late son of Sylvester Stallone, and a friend, because he was a massive fan of like grindos cult cinema. Unfortunately, Sage passed away, as we know, but the kept the company going in his name, in his honor. and they've put out some great releases over the years. Here's a few of my personal favorites I got in my collection. This is the first edition of this one, and this is a movie called The Swimmer. If you have never seen The Swimmer, it's one of those movies that it's based on it's based on a New Yorker article actually, and something that a guy did, basically like swimming, like from pool to pool. And it doesn't sound very interesting, does it? I would tell you right now, this is a fascinating movie. Just utterly fascinating. There's a wonderful booklet in here as well. I agree, man. Definitely 10 out of 10. Burt Lancaster like kills it in this movie. Burt Lancaster is such an underrated like actor. But don't worry, we're not just getting The Swimmer, because we're going to go to Plessis Attaché next. See, I've learned how to pronounce it. Come on, give me some credit, guys, because I pronounce so much wrong. And we go with The Tough Ones by Umberto Lenzi. Whoa, Hazel Grisou. See that? Literally photobombing, right? My littlest kid I got. That's movie on Paris. The Swimmer, yeah, this Indicator put out the best release that man. Did you enjoy it? So The Tough Ones, and this was probably put out, might have been put out by Shameless or something like that. It seems like they put it out, Rated Films. But it's a great Umberto Lenzi release. To give you an idea of like what it's like. Often with these releases, they'll have a CD soundtrack as well, and they'll come in these here like cardboard cases. I love look at the cover. Look at the back of this. Look at that. Don't go drinking my tea. Gotta move my tea because my cat's. And just like look at the features with this. Sweet Smell is one of my favorite movies of all time, man. It's one of the best written films, like for dialogue. Other title of this movie, Assault with a Deadly Weapon. Again, it's, 80 film stuff, and thank you, George. This had the original, unrated, uncensored director's cut of the film, out of commentary by Mike Malloy, who director of Eurocrime. And I saw that it was an out of commentary by Mike Malloy, who did Eurocrime, and I thought it said comes with Eurocrime. And I was so excited, because I'm like, I love the documentary, watched it so many times, that I wanted to own it. So eventually I'll get it. But I still don't own Eurocrime. They do amazing stuff, and they do these very cool collectible editions. Another favorite of mine is this one right here, and it is I Drink Your Blood. Now, I Drink Your Blood is it's a batshit insane film. Basically, there's these hippies, these dangerous hippies, that kind of bully this older man. So his grandson takes some food to them, and he laces it with drinking milkshake with some stuff that turns them into like raging with some poison basically that kind of turns them into like just kind of cannibalistic. It's insane. The movie's insane. Now the movie came initially when it was done in the drive-in, because this was the drive-in film. The first appearance of Lynn Lowry is in this movie, by the way. She doesn't have any like a speaking line, but she's really good in it. It was shown with another film called Eat Your Skin, which is a lot less lurid than you think it is. So what was neat was that he said, okay, we're going to put out I Drink Your Blood, but we're going to include Eat Your Skin, the film that played with it in the theaters as a double feature. You don't like I Drink Your Blood? I liked it. Like, I get why you don't, though, because not everybody does. But I did. There's just something, like, of its time. George isn't wrong, though. It's not a good movie, but I think it's a fun movie. And again, in-depth interviews, other commentaries, a whole bunch of stuff on here. All right. Now here's one Malcolm's not everybody can tell you. Malcolm has the addition of this that I'm very jealous of. We got the same addition except for one key thing. So this is Pieces. This movie's insane. I love the hell of this movie. I'm a massive fan of Juan Picard-Simon, and I would like to do a video sometime, like highlighting his films. But Pieces and Pile of People are probably two of my favorites. Now, this has a couple cuts of the film here. So it has Pieces, the original 83-minute unrated U.S. theatrical cut, and it has a original uncensored director's cut, which runs 3 minutes longer. This is a great release. This one does, again, comes with the CD soundtrack. Arrow version. That's a good edition. Do you have the Arrow DVD edition with the really cool cover? I got that over there, actually. Or did you get the Blu-ray that came out afterwards? There's a great feature-length documentary on here called 42nd Street Memories. It is a wonderful documentary, and I've watched it so many times. And we're talking like a full-length 90-minute documentary, 90-minute or over documentary. See if I can show this. I just want to make sure I can show this. Oh, the Blu-rays, yeah, better quality. So basically the same as this, same transfer as this one. So, this here is the guy he played Bluto in Popeye, and he's the suspicious gardener in this film. So see that thing does with his face. My better half, she can like do that, like that face, spot on. I always find like the killer looked like the Malcolm has it, yeah. Malcolm has the one with the puzzle. Because, see, at the beginning of Pieces, it starts off, because beginning of the film is not a spoiler. It starts off with this kid that's doing this puzzle of this naked woman. And his mother comes in, and she kicks the heck of that puzzle and tells him, oh, it's, you dirty, disgusting, what a perverted thing. So the kid does the natural thing. And he goes and grabs an axe, chops his mom up, and then pretends that somebody chopped his mom up, and they ran away. They believe him. So the initial version of Pieces came with the puzzle, a little like reproduction of the puzzle from the beginning of the film with the nude woman on it. So you can bet Dorotheus Malcolm has that. He's going to have that. Are you ready? I love myself some spaghetti westerns. Truly love myself some spaghetti westerns. Creed's Clearwater Revival. Oh, I love Creedence, man. Such a good band. Such a good band. The act. You know what? Oh my God. You had to tell Malcolm this will be the perfect Halloween. Oh, that will be so good. Malcolm, if you're watching this later, this is your Halloween costume this year. I love the Great Silence. I don't own it, unfortunately. But it's a favorite of mine. That is so Malcolm's Halloween. He's got to do it. I'm not sure if Malcolm dressed up for Halloween. We do here. But if he does, he's got to do that. I'll convince him. So 4-disc edition, when Vinegar Syndrome were bringing in the partner labels as a massive thing. It is a Betty Davis set. Actually, I'll show you afterwards. They were getting rid of all their, they had a staff picks where they'd have movies from different companies. And they used to carry a lot of Grindos and Blue Underground, stuff like that. So one of the ones that I picked up during their basically their staff pick sale was the Big Gun Down. So this is a favorite of mine. I'm a massive Lee Van Cleef fan. And Thomas Millan is really fantastic in this one as well. It is a 4-disc set. It has the bonus Blu-ray with Larissa de Conte, which is the 110-minute director's cut of the film. And in Italian with English subtitles. There is a bonus CD as well. Look at the inside artwork. So there's a 95-minute expanded US cut. If I gave it, what would the first Vinegar Syndrome title I give you be? It would have to be something that would be like, one, hopefully that you don't have, because there's UK releases, but something that epitomizes Vinegar Syndrome. That's what I would do. I know what Malcolm's gonna do. You'll get you something good. I know that. But I would go. I don't know. Night Train to Terrace, I thought. $100. See, I know it's gonna be $100. It's gonna be pricey. A Night Train to Terror Raw Force, like some of the early Vinegar Syndrome stuff is really, really good. But I don't know. I would want to get you something with a slip, because you gotta feel that like Vinegar Syndrome slip. So I'd have to look through their titles now, because it's been a while since I bought one. I'd like to Malcolm about that actually. I'm kind of curious. I want to see where his head's going with that. Because I think you'd have to have something with slip, George, because Vinegar Syndrome's so famous for their slips. So although I would like to get something, I would say get something early but they do the legacy slips, but then there's the newer slips, which I think are really cool as well. So I don't know. You seem like pretty excited about it. I'm glad you're excited about that. I think that, what would you say, what was the price of 4 5s on Grey Velvet? Does anybody remember for Severin? The DVD here as well, and the original Most Picture soundtrack now no longer in the sleeve, put right in here. Yes, you know about Vinegar Syndrome, but you don't have any yet. It's the difference between knowing about them and just having one in your hands. Then you realize what there's a difference, and like it's hard to explain, George. There's a difference in the quality. Like I'm not like me. I joke about the fact that I'm not a big slip person, but if you've never had one, I think that's part of the experience. For first Vinegar Syndrome is something with a slip cover, not a slip cover with a box thing, but I'd say a slip cover, something with a slip cover, because the boxing you can get from indicator imprint, stuff like that. You get that feel, but definitely something with a slip. Last but not least, one of my all-time favorite grindhouse releases is a textural. It is. I mean, like, well, have you never had a Vinegar Syndrome title? It's a little bit thicker. So initially, when you'd buy movies with slipcovers, they'd usually almost be an afterthought. If you were lucky, they'd be different than the picture on the inside. Often they wouldn't be, and they'd often be like you see with Kino Lorber, really thin, and it's tight to the release, so that it's usually like damaged or bent by the time you take the plastic off of it, right? So when Vinegar Syndrome started to do slipcovers, the very first one was a movie with Joe Spinell called The Undertaker. They did, and it was like I wasn't sure of it at first. It had like this cutout, like kind of a coffin on it. It was a kind of a red, almost like with a blood splatter type thing, and it was really tight. But the quality of the cardboard, I guess is the best way to put it, it was higher. It felt more premium than, and they would go on with Jack Frost, which had a lenticular cover, which you guys have seen some of my other videos, that had, and of course like Demon Wind. But then there would be things that would come along, like Shot, or Pale Blood, or ones like as a great title, Heavier Cardstock. Yeah, it is. It's a layered texture thing. That's a great way to put it. It's kind of a layered texturedness to it that I think other companies may have tried, but none have completely succeeded. I'm excited to see what you get, George, because it's kind of your thing. Because you've never had like George is in Scotland. It's okay to say that, right? It's a big place. You can't find it. But he has a massive collection of films. But the films they get are from the UK because it's easier to find releases over there for like Indicator, On One Films, Film Vault, stuff like that. It's a great film vault collection. So Malcolm is going to get him his first Vinegar Syndrome during the Vinegar Syndrome sale. I think the Black Friday sale, right? So or the subscription sale if that happens, if they do a subscription sale this year, because Malcolm's a subscriber to Vinegar Syndrome, lives in the UK, and he gets his subscription anyway, so it's easy for him to get Vinegar Syndrome releases. Um, so he's going to get George's very first Vinegar Syndrome, which is I was one missed call has a different texture to it. I love the slip to one missed call. There's this uniqueness to that release that it looks like when you see a picture for the one that's missed call release, it looks like it's going to be lenticular, but it's not, and it's got a different feel to it. But it's not like the Vinegar Syndrome feel. I don't want to overhype it for you. Uh, but they have some really great slipcovers. And then they've got Severed Arm, which sucks ass. So Severed Arm sucks ass so bad that legit waited till the slipcover had sort of Severed Arm before I went to buy it. Now I'm going to buy Severed Arm probably next year or later on this year because I hated the slipcover so much. I freaking hate it. And people say, oh, it's different when you see it in person. And then people would show it online and watch videos of it. And I'm like, it still looks bad. It's horrible. Dexter's Laboratory, the complete series. Oh, nice. I only got the first season. Last one, Death Game. A special one. Includes the second film in this one as well. See, when Death Game was made, stars Colleen Camp and Seymour Kessel, Sandra Lock, right? Yeah, Sandra Lock. When Death Game was made, the script went around to a lot of different places. Kind of. So around the time that it came out, another movie was made, a more one that dealt less on the horror side and more on the erotic side, still horror in a different way, and like psychological thriller type of way. So that movie's included on there as well. It's a really fascinating film. There's an over hour-long interview with Colleen Camp on here. There's a couple audio commentaries. There's a bunch of features. And there's always like usually hidden stuff. So if you buy a Grindhouse release, like look around, like spend time. I think, if I'm correct, George, this is coming out now from 88. Is it 88 Films? In the UK. So if it is, pick it up. 100% pick it up. But yeah, what's the other film that's included on here? Now, this movie was remade by Eli Roth, starring Keanu Reeves. And I had Anna de Massa in it. It was called Knock Knock. And I actually like I unironically like Knock Knock. Can't show you that. Can't show you that. I can show you some stuff. This is a wonderful booklet in there. And there's an incredible interview with Colin Camp here. Yeah, it does. It does actually look. But it actually is it's a young Colin Camp. No, Sandra Lock was it was in a relationship with Clint Eastwood for a while, and their relationship did not end well. And it has been rumored over the years that Clint Eastwood used some of his power to have her blackballed. And she's such an amazing actress. So, yeah. But this is such a good film. And at times, I think people can like sort of underrate it or underplay it, which is a real shame. If you bought this initially from the Garnish Releasing website, it came with a keychain of a meat cleaver. I didn't buy mine from there. I bought mine from Taz Records in Halifax. The meat cleaver already sold out long before then, so I didn't have to get that. And I used to be a guy that would have to get those extra things, like, oh, I got to get it with this, or because Severin puts out a lot of these like bundles, and I'm sure we're going to be going through the bundles and all the releases and stuff like that. I'll be going live for the Severin sale every week on Patreon. There's a Severin video that comes up a week later. It's a timed exclusive. A week later, it comes up on my regular channel. There'll be some a lot of Severin bonuses throughout the next month. I wanted to do that. I want to have some fun with that, with what Severin has out there. And I think opera's a great start. Here's the thing. I think we all knew opera. Severin normally likes to start big with their announcements, and often end big with their announcements. So I ask you, my friends, if opera, the 4K 5-disc Argento classic opera, is the start, what the hell's going to end this? What's the last announcement going to be? Because that is going to have to be something. Yeah. It's going to be something big. It's going to be interesting, George, because the way that Severin does it is he just kind of drop like title after title, and I love the way that they do it. And no shade on Vincent, because I do, I love my Vinegar Syndrome. I just love the way that they do it a bit more, because just kind of slowly drop the announcements. People ask, don't you wish that in Vinegar Syndrome where Vinegar Syndrome hides 2 titles till the end? I wish that's one thing they would do from Vinegar Syndrome, is take at least maybe one of the big titles, one of the biggest titles. Doesn't have to be the biggest, but take one of the big titles and not let you know until the website goes live, right? Still, join my TikTok. I would say, well, the theme, sometimes Severin likes to theme their sales. Well, we get another Argento, it was a while back, we got the 5 Days of Milan, which was the most unseen Argento film, because it's not a horror film. It's probably one of the only real big Argento films that failed early on in his career. And it's a shame, because it's an historical drama. It's different. I mean, sometimes it makes it easier for us, because here's the thing. Sometimes we can guess. There's a couple times, I knew a couple times ahead of time, but you can't tell, because you're sworn to secrecy. Snake collected to make awesome conversation starter hats. Well, I'll see. I haven't worn a hat in a while. My hair's not quite tinted enough yet, but I probably should soon. I've got a lot of hats up there. Here's a weird question for you guys. So I was showing a video recently, a while back, and I have a massive collection of T-shirts. I'm not even joking. And I thought one of these days I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to go through the entire T-shirt collection, because I got some insane stuff. And I mean a massive T-shirt collection. Anybody else collect T-shirts? Am I the only one? I don't collect enough already, right? But I mean huge amount of T-shirts. which will be it'll be a fun video. We'll make a video. Would you guys like to see that? Let me know if you'd like to see that. I can make it part of another video. Get Malcolm to use these Sherlock Holmes hats, try and figure it out. It'll be interesting. I'll have Malcolm on here to do that because we'll be talking about the Severin sale. I was feeling pretty. It was really hot today here in Morocco, and I was feeling pretty out of it for most of the day. Like the heat was. I went upstairs with the put the thing on. I have some fun stuff, so I'll definitely do that because I want to be able to do different stuff to be able to show you guys, like, and hopefully start conversations. Like I've done things, for instance, every once in a while I'll pull out a one of these. Soundtracks. There's ones, I got some here that aren't even open. In the name of Sherlock Holmes, which Kid Sherlock Holmes one. I gotta check that one out. I think it was sent by Howling Wolf. Yeah. And an actual music for you gamers out there. A t-shirt collection from concerts you attended over the years. I haven't attended a lot of concerts over the years. The best thing I ever had from a concert, I'd say, this wasn't a concert that I attended. My aunt, Jackie, she went to a Def Leppard concert. I think it was the Hysteria concert. And she came back, and she got me this like tour jacket. And it had like the Hysteria thing on the back, and it had all the tour dates. And I kept that like way up till like probably close to my 30s. I had it because I stayed the same size I was for most of my life, and I was so proud of it. And it accidentally got put in once. Can't remember who did it. To a washing machine. And if you know, like concert jackets, you know that washing machine is kryptonite to a concert jacket. It's gonna come out and it's gonna be like, it's gonna be ruined. And that's unfortunately what happened to that. My cousin Raj might. He's attended a few concerts and stumbled upon some good stuff. Anybody else have any of these? The Grand Theft Auto CDs. Like I'm an 80s, like I'm 53 years old. I'm an 80s kid. That's the best way to put it. We're the mall generation. I'm a mall brat. I grew up in the mall. So when Grand Theft Auto Vice City came out, I used to play the hell out of it. I had my PS2, and I'd go, and sometimes I just want to listen to the music, right? So I'd do some stuff, and then I'd just drive down to near the water was at, and I'd sit there in the car, and my character would sit in the car. I'd be on my couch, and I would like let the music play, and just kind of like let it sink in. I remember the 80s, remember my youth, and that was like back when Grand Theft Auto came out. Now, Grand Theft Auto Vice City is a classic, and I'm preparing for Grand Theft Auto 6. Man, am I really preparing for Grand Theft Auto 6. I'll tell you right now, PlayStation needs something like Grand Theft Auto 6 because their last few announcements haven't been the greatest. But I'm gonna leave that for another video because me and Malcolm are doing a video, a video game video, so that we're gonna be probably taping. I don't think we're gonna live stream it, so keep an eye out for that. We had it done, but I forgot to press record button, so we're redoing it. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. Tonight's been a lot of fun. I wanted to make a video, something different. And I was excited for the announcement. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, George, if you watched I think you did because you actually mentioned a couple of the titles, the Xbox showcase. But it's after watching that showcase, I'm like, I'm glad I own both systems, um, because I looked at Hind afterwards, and I said, yeah, this fall I'll be paring down my PlayStation like account to that'd be cool, man. I love being skin in Grand Theft Auto. I'll be to the lowest tier, uh, and I'll be grabbing Game Pass because it's a better deal. It's a way better deal. And there's so much coming out. George is a massive COD player, and I used to be. Haven't played in a while, but I'm a sniper guy. Um, so I love to do the sniping because because I'm pretty sure George and Malcolm would both kick my ass in Call of Duty. Just saying, probably gonna happen in the future. Uh, but when Xbox started with the Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and they showed those '90s, you know, Hussein, George W. Bush era stuff, and just went to this like conspiracy theory aspect of it, and mentioned zombies, and said they brought back Prestige, and ended that announcement by saying, "Oh, by the way, day one on the Xbox Game Pass. So it doesn't matter if you got a PlayStation, you got a Nintendo, you got a PC, you got an Xbox, all day, everything. There's no exclusive, like, oh, this downloadable content is exclusive for 6 months to this company or this system. Every company is going to have it, every single, like, all together at the same time. That being said, you have to admit that at a time when you're spending like, I'm not sure how much you spent for the last Grand Theft Auto, 80, 100, 120, somewhere in there, depending on which edition you buy, the ability to like have Grand Theft Auto, sorry, have Call of Duty, have Call of Duty day one, ready to play on your system when it goes live on your Xbox without having any extra cost. That's a pretty tempting thing, guys. In your 40s, so I spent some significant time with friends local pizzeria because they had an arcade. Oh, I love the arcade. There's still an arcade in St. John's, and my nieces like to go there. We have a lot of fun with the arcade. I personally do as well. Halo was Halo made Xbox. Halo 2 is my favorite. Uh, but Halo made Xbox. Two things like made Xbox hit that next level. So there was Halo and Xbox Live, and those were game changers because it really put like the shooting aspect into it. I don't think Halo's been the same since Bungie's left, but I do enjoy what overall what's what there is. Which is the killer part, stuff like that. But Xbox Live is where they kind of like it's really helped. And short, kind of rant. Is that for a long time, like PlayStation was coming out with these bangers, right? Like Last of Us, the Uncharted series games, um, the Spider-Man games, the upcoming Wolverine game. I'm looking forward to the hell of that one. Um, Canadian, of course, I love Wolverine. But and people are saying, well, Xbox not doing any exclusives. They've got, and if they are, it's a Starfield, and like then they're putting it on PlayStation, and you know what's going on. And I was like, oh man, and I bought an Xbox first before PlayStation. Xbox was easier to find, and I love Game Pass. So I'm like, what's Xbox doing? What are they doing? I don't get it. Why aren't they? They have they're buying up these studios. They could be doing exclusive, but they're not. They're making money on all systems. Like, but don't they want to like do exclusives for themselves? But during the showcase, it hit me. And it really hit me. Is that, oh, they don't care about doing an exclusive game. That's not what made Xbox their name. Xbox became Xbox because of their live, because of their online presence. So Game Pass is what they want to do. So they want to take Xbox and make it a Game Pass system. So you've got this like subscription service. And that's why you're seeing a lot more and a lot more successful on Xbox than it is on PlayStation. Digital systems. During the announcement, one of the things that was announced was a brand new all digital Xbox that is the same as the Xbox X, a Series X Xbox, not a pared down one, a Series X digital Xbox with a 1 terabyte hard drive and another Xbox with a 2 terabyte hard drive, which I think we can agree, if you guys are gamers, yeah, you're gonna need that hard drive because it's gonna fill up pretty quickly, especially if it's a digital one. And I love my physical media, 100%. But I would be absolutely lying to you if I said I did not get a lot of my games digitally, because I do, because I live in Morocco. And it's a lot easier for me to get game digitally. When the WWE 2K games came out, I was able to play them immediately because 2K23 and 2K24, I got the digital editions of those. The DLC footage, DLC that comes out, I get that right away because I have the digital editions of those. Because I bought the digital edition of W2K24 and I got it on the PlayStation 5 and W2K23 was on my Xbox. One of the special bonuses for WD2K24 was a free copy of WD2K23, which you could play as soon as you bought it while you're waiting for the new one to come out. And, it's yours to keep. So, anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent, a game tangent. I do apologize. This is a movie streaming. I just wanted to, you guys make it so easy. And I say this in the nicest way. For me to sometimes go off into a different tangent, because you guys make it so easy, because you make it so, you guys are great. And I appreciate every one of you guys here that comes in and talks, that may be here for videos. Like, I'll have people that will come in and watch some of my Conan videos. They don't care about Conan. They might not even like the game, but they'll come in to watch. And that's cool. I appreciate that. Some people won't, because they don't have any like, they don't care about it. And like, they have better. They said, okay, you're playing an hour of Conan. I'm sorry, I can watch an hour of YouTube videos that I want to watch, and I understand that. The thing is, I was going to there was a few times over the last 12 years, I was going to cancel this channel. And I almost did. But every single time that I didn't, you guys kept me coming back. Like, that's the truth of it. So if you're enjoying this, I appreciate that. If you've been here for around years, like just coming in to watch videos, if you're liking, donating, or just sharing, or just watching, or if you're, no matter what, it means a lot to me. I don't know if I'd say it enough, but thank you. Thank you for the last 12 years. Hopefully for many more. How sappy I am, right? Or we can chat about Argento and Severin and Vinegar Syndrome and all this stuff. And hopefully, Scotland doing better next time in the World Cup. My name is Aaron. This has been the Call to Cinema. We'll do a t-shirt stream. We'll do a action figure stream if you guys want. And we're going to be following the Severin stuff. I want to get Malcolm in to, because I know you guys liked Malcolm in here. Thank you, I really appreciate that. And I do some scripted stuff. I'm not sure if it comes across or not, but I do have a few. For those that haven't seen it, I did a short, like 3-minute video. It's only 3 minutes. So I don't even get like money on it. But it's like, it just talks about a cult label here, like when I hear, but in Paris. So I'm doing a series of like really short videos highlighting cult labels from different countries. And the first one I talked about was Extra Lucid. And it came up there today. There's a little thing at the end of it that I would like you guys to watch it, because it's only 3 minutes long, and it's something I worked on, kind of hard with it, that I was super stoked to do. That's gonna be going through my videos, makes it a little bit easier. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time, because you guys rock, and as I used to say a long time ago on this channel, it's time for tea.